Hi.
Hola.
How are you?
How are you?
My YouTube channel. What's your
What's
name?
up? What's up? Hey.
What's your name?
What are you looking
For YouTube.
for? For YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi,
yeah.
YouTube.
I'm gonna make you famous. So, who are you here with?
My friend.
My name is Matt.
I'm Matt.
Such a nice compliment.
Oh, what nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll sit closer
Alright.
so we can have a real conversation. What's your name? I didn't even ask you what your name is.
I'm
Is your friend that you're with, is he American or?
He's American. He's from Texas. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
as American as you can get.
That's pretty American.
Yeah.
How did you meet him? How do you guys meet each other?
We had a job together, so we had a job together.
Everybody meets through their social circle. Everybody meets through their job. How often do you have a guy walk up to you and just approach you and try to pick you up? What's up, guys? This is M from the 33 Secrets. And in tonight's coaching video, I'm going to give you my top 3 killer techniques for how to instantly snap yourself into state, even when you're feeling out of state. So let's get started. All right, now one of the unfortunate realities of game is that most of the time you are simply not going to be in state. Okay, that's just a fact. Now, does this mean that you cannot approach when you are out of state? Absolutely not, because a well-trained pickup artist can approach no matter what state he's currently in. And many times when you're out of state, all you have to do is simply be congruent with your state, and that will come across to your target, to the girl, as authentic and genuine. In many cases, that will be enough to attract her. But for most guys who are newbies, most guys who are starting out in pickup, they just can't approach when they are out of state. So tonight I'm going to give you my top 3 killer techniques for how to instantly snap yourself into state even when you're out of state. Okay, and you could use these top 3 techniques just in the meantime as a crutch, as a push, as training wheels until you get to a point in your game where you can approach a girl regardless of the state that you are currently in. Whether you're in state or not, you will be able to approach her and attract her just as successfully as if you were in state.
So what are you doing here?
Doing my video, hanging out, talking to pretty girls.
Right. So what brings us to the point of being out here and making videos with pretty girls?
All right, step number 1 for instantly snapping yourself into state is you want to start walking around. You want to start moving. You want to get up off the couch, get up off your bar stool, start getting your blood circulating, and hopefully it circulates enough where it gets up to your brain and your neurons start warming up and your brain receptors start firing. But the key is you want to get up and you want to start moving around. Okay, I don't care if you start jogging in place. I don't care if you do jumping jacks in place. I don't care if you start doing push-ups right there on the bar floor. The key is you want to get up and start moving around. That is step 1 to instantly snapping yourself into state. I'm gonna tell you something.
So listening.
Your birthday, let me guess. Okay, I might need more than 1 guess, but not more than 3. Your birthday is probably like in April. And step number 2 is you want to lower your expectations for needing to do the perfect approach. Okay, you want to lower your expectations for needing to do that perfect approach. Instead, when you're out of state, give yourself permission to do a good enough approach. And what this will do is this will take a ton of pressure off of you. This will be like you just lifted a huge weight off of your shoulders. And sadly, what stops most guys from approaching when they're out of state is the fact that they don't feel they can do that perfect approach. So they don't end up approaching the girl at all. Okay? And as my grandmother used to say, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. Forget that. Let's talk about us.
Okay, let's talk about us. So what is it about us?
I feel like we have a connection. So it's better that you at least approach that girl, even if you do a half-ass approach, right? Even if you do a half-ass approach, you never know what can happen. You never know, she might just be a yes girl and you might not have to work that hard. Or a lot of times when you approach that girl and you just start talking to her and she's cool, you will often snap right into state just because of the fact that your set is going well. So just by doing a half-ass approach and say the girl is cool and she's not really testing you and she's down, that will often be enough to snap you into state because there's not going to be a whole lot of work required. So that's step number 2. This is very deep. I'm glad we're getting this on conversation. And finally, step 3 is you want to start talking to people, okay? Just start talking to people. Talk to anybody. Talk to the very first person you see. Ask them what time it is. Ask them for directions. Doesn't matter. Just start talking. Because once you start talking to people, it will naturally force you into state, because often when you are conversing with strangers for the very first time, your brain often forces you to be alert and to come awake, aka to snap into state. And if there is a young hot girl around, then obviously you want to talk to her, okay? No need to warm up, just go talk to her.
It's almost so lonely.
It's beautiful out here. Is it?
It is.
What part of LA do you live?
It is Cornelius.
Yeah. I go by Corny though. I like corny. So those are my top 3 killer techniques for how to instantly snap yourself into state even when you are feeling out of state. So step 1, start moving around. Step 2, lower your expectations for needing to do the perfect approach. And finally, step 3, start talking to people, okay? Just start talking to people. And obviously if there is a hot girl around, talk to her, okay? Talk to her first. Don't talk to the cashier, don't talk to the bartender, don't talk to the waitress. Go talk to the hot girl. Go talk to your target first, whether you are in state or not. You know, for me personally, I could care less if I'm in state or not. I am going to go talk to that girl before I miss that opportunity. I'm like a dog on a bone. I am going to jump on it and I'm not going to let go until I get it. And you have to be the same way. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out from the Saddle Ranch here in Hollywood, California, Hollywood Boulevard. And I will see you in my next coaching video. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this special clip from my monthly coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery. I hope you've gotten value out of it, and I hope you go out there and apply all that you've learned, even from this quick coaching video, okay? Even from this clip taken from my actual monthly coaching program. I hope you go out and take these techniques and go out there and apply them into your own approaches, because I want you to see how powerful they are and how deadly they are and how fiercely they work. And trust me, when you apply these techniques into your own approaches, they will work. All of this stuff has already been field tested for you. It's already gone through the trial and error process, so you don't even need to really think too much. You just need to take what I'm teaching you and go out there and start applying it into your own approaches. Because I really do want you to see how valuable and how powerful and how deadly what I'm teaching you actually is. And if you're not in my monthly coaching program and you're still sitting at home and you're alone, I want you to have the option to date the girls that you want versus the girls that you don't want. Okay, because a lot of guys who don't learn this stuff, especially guys who are not in my monthly coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, I mean, literally, I know what those guys' lives are like, okay? I've taught thousands of guys around the world, and a lot of these guys, before they found me, before they got in my monthly coaching program, these guys were sitting at home, they were watching internet porn. I mean, it was so sad. A lot of them have never had more than just 1 or 2 girlfriends their entire lives. These guys are already in their late 20s, mid 30s, some of them in their 40s. They've only had 1 girlfriend that they're still reminiscing on from 10, 15 years ago. That is just sad and it's ridiculous, and there's absolutely no reason for it. And the worst part is, a lot of these guys are really good guys, okay? They're not like a-holes, they're not jerks. They're not dicks or anything. They're good guys, and they have a lot of value to offer girls, especially hot girls. And if it's not you who's gonna offer these hot girls value, it's gonna be some douchebag out there, okay? Some jerk, some guy like that. And my whole mission with this is to get as many of you guys as possible out there, almost like my little army, my little pickup army, just going out there with your skills, with your techniques, with your mastery, going out there and approaching these girls and bringing them into your life successfully and keeping away from all of those idiots of the world and douchebags who don't deserve them. Most importantly, I want you guys to have the choice and the option to date who you actually want, to marry who you want if you want to go that far. A lot of my students, they don't want to admit that, but they are looking for that partner that they could go the distance with. But I hate to break it to you guys, if you don't learn this stuff, especially in today's highly feminized world, if you do not learn this stuff, you are going to be forced to choose from the tiny amount of semi-cute girls in your tiny social circle that you meet through a friend of a friend, which is a story for about 98% of guys out there who don't learn pickup. They're forced to choose their lifetime partner from their tiny social circle, from those 1 or 2 semi-cute girls who aren't even really that cute. They might be 5s or 6s. So they end up marrying one of those semi-cute girls from their tiny social circle that they choose to go the distance with. And what happens? That girl friggin' poison drips him throughout the relationship all the way until he's dead. And I've seen this play out, and I guarantee you've seen this play out if you're old enough, if you're in your late 20s, maybe your mid 30s, even your 40s, 50s especially. You've seen a lot of your friends from high school and a lot of guys that you grew up with that might have been badass back then, you might have admired them. What happened to those guys? They grew up to marry those average looking girls, those semi-cute girls that they met in their tiny social circle, that they married, they got pregnant, they had kids with, and now that chick is basically poison dripping him all the way to the end of his life. And that sucks, and I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to be your destiny. Don't let that be your destiny. Okay? You have an opportunity to change your destiny right now, and I'm giving you that opportunity. It's a little arrogant to say, but I am. I'm giving you that opportunity to change your destiny right now. I want you to get in my monthly coaching program, 7 months to mastery, where I'm gonna teach you how to go out there and approach and pick up any girl you want. So you don't have to choose in your tiny social circle of women. You don't have to choose that semi-cute girl, that 5 or 6 that you met through a friend of a friend, through your tiny social circle, through work, your coworkers, maybe a cousin or something like that. You don't have to choose one of those girls. And believe me, a lot of those girls, you might think, there's this big myth that I can't stand, where guys are like, those girls, those 9s and 10s, those chicks are just high maintenance bitches. It's better you marry a girl who's not attractive so you'll have less problems. Are you insane? Are you kidding me? Because I've seen those girls that you think will give you less problems because they're only 5s and 6s. No, those chicks are professional poison drippers. They are bitter from a lifetime of not getting the attention of the 9s and 10s. Believe me, when you meet girls who are 9s and 10s out there, they are gonna be a lot nicer to you, a lot friendlier to you, a lot more submissive to you even. And you will be shocked, and you will be kicking yourself in the head that you weren't going after the hotter women to begin with, that you were settling for these 4s and 5s when you didn't need to. The 9s and 10s are, when you approach these girls, I guarantee, just do it once, guys. I'm like practically just begging you to try to pick up a 9 or 10 just once, even with no pickup skill, and you will see how friendly they are. You will see how nice they are, as opposed to going out there and trying to pick up a 4 or 5 because you think that's all you're worth. You try to pick up 4 or 5. Those chicks are like trying to step to me. Those chicks are the ones with the biggest attitudes. This is why it just blows me away that guys aren't learning this stuff, because when you learn pickup and dating, once you start going out there and you start going after the 8s, 9s, and 10s, especially the 9s and 10s, you're gonna see for yourself how cool they are, how chill they are, how fun they are, and how much more giving they are. Okay, they're not like these 4s and 5s that you're going out there picking up because you're thinking that, this is all I could get. You can never get those 9s and 10s, and those 9s and 10s must all be bitches because they get hit on so much. No, they're actually much friendlier because they get hit on so much, and a lot of times they appreciate it, especially if you're new to the game. They can kind of tell, and they'll be a lot nicer to you. And in relationships, Believe me, these girls are cool. So all these 4s and 5s, all these semi-cute girls that you're meeting through your social circle that you are settling for because you think you have no other choice, you have no other option. The reason why you think you have no other choice and you have no other option is because you're not taking action, okay? I can't go to your house and ring on your doorbell and find you and drag you into my program. I can't do that. You know, I wish I could, because believe me, a lot of you guys just need somebody to kick you off the couch and get you up off your ass. You know, but that is the first step. You have to take the first step. I can't do it for you, okay? You have to take action. You have to be the one who goes down into my description box and clicks on my link and goes to my website and gets on my email list. You have to do that. I can't do that for you. That is the first step, and it is the easiest step. It blows me away how many of you guys don't do that, and you continue to live out this very average and this very, very routine, boring daily life that you've got going on, where you get up at the same time, you go to work at the same time, you come home at the same time, you have dinner at the same time, then you go to sleep at the same time. How boring is that? Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's switch it up a little bit. How about you learn some pickup skills? How about when you're on your break from work and you see that hot girl walk by, you have the skill to go up and approach her and strike up a conversation with her and start talking to her and even attract her. Attract her, wow. Imagine that. And then you go back to your daily boring everyday life, but now, guess what? You got this hot girl in your life. You got this hot girl hitting you up. You got this hot girl who wants to see you. All of a sudden, life seems just a little bit more exciting, doesn't it? I bet it does. But you gotta learn this stuff, okay? That's the only way that you're gonna have the skill to go out there like I do, like many of my students do that didn't have the skill before. They can go out there now and just randomly, I'm so proud of these guys, just randomly, they'll see a young hot girl and bang, they just walk right up to her. Hey, who are you? What's your name? Where are you going? Just like that. And these are guys who were so shy before when I first met them, guys who were completely in their shell, guys who were afraid to email me, guys who were afraid to get in my monthly coaching program, guys who didn't think it was possible, and now they're on the other side of the fence where they know it's possible and they know they don't have to settle for those 4s and 5s in their tiny social circle. They don't have to settle for those average looking girls, those semi-cute girls that they see most of their friends from high school and college marrying and having kids with that are now poison dripping them to death. I don't want that to be you. We've got enough of those guys out there. Hey, they chose the life of the chump, but you don't have to choose the life of the chump. You can choose the life of the champ, okay? And it all starts now. It all starts by you taking action. And the very first step, again, which is the easiest step, is to get into my monthly coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click the link below. It'll instantly take you right to my website where you can get signed up right now for just $1. So let's do this, man. It's $1. It's $1. If I get paid for you, I would do it. It's only $1. And for that $1, even if you just stay in for 1 month, you are going to get a ton of value, even from the videos from the first month, where I teach you a lot of the basics, a lot of the fundamentals. This is why I'm trying to drag you guys into the program for $1, because I want you to see what's in there, because even what you're gonna learn in my very first month of mastery, you will be able to take and apply to your approaches from this point on. What you learn in my very first month of mastery, you're going to be able to use for the rest of your life. It's gonna be that valuable, and it's only $1. It's $1 to get into my mastery coaching program. The coaching videos that I have in the very first month are going to teach you skills and techniques that you've never ever learned before for how to go out there and approach these girls successfully. So the next time you see that young hot girl walk by you, at least even just staying in my first month, you'll have enough skill to go bam, walk right up to her, stop that girl. Hey, who are you? You'll have enough skill to do that just by the first month of coaching videos alone, and it's only $1. So what are you waiting for? Be a man, take action right now. Click the link below in my description box, go over to my website and get signed up for my monthly coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, right now for just $1 before I take that offer down, because I will take it down, because I'm starting to get pissed off that of you guys who are just sitting on your couch and watching internet porn and settling for these 4s and 5s in your tiny social circle and not believing in yourself enough to think that you can go out there just like many of my students, guys who are not good looking, guys who are not tall, guys who are not jacked, guys who are, a lot of these guys are like 5'6", 5'7", and they are blowing right by guys who are much better looking than them, much taller than them, much more jacked than them, have more money than them. They are blowing right past these guys and stealing these young hot girls right from underneath their nose. The choice is yours. Take action right now before it's too late. Because as I always tell my students, very, very soon it will be too late. Don't think it won't. Father Time catches up to all of us. Nobody is safe from Father Time. While you still have your youth and energy left, whether in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you still have time. You still have time. Do not waste another second. Let's go.